Making money as a writer can be hard, especially in the beginning when you don't have that many books out yet and you're trying to do it all, trying to work your day job, trying to write the books, trying to market yourself. And if you're an indie author, then you also have to pay for stuff like cover design, editors, and stuff like that. And I feel it can be a bit overwhelming. This is one of the reasons why I actually started out as a ghostwriter, because it's a really great way to get money into my company so that I can reinvest that money into my own writing projects and hire professionals to help me with the things that I can't do myself, like creating great covers and editing and proofreading and stuff like that. That is why I wanted to share my experience as a ghostwriter and how I began doing it. But before we begin, let's talk a little bit about what a ghostwriter is. I'm going to read out the definition of a ghostwriter for you guys so that we're all on the same page when it comes to this. So a ghostwriter is when a writer creates content like books, articles, or blog posts, even speeches that can be officially credited to someone else. So this is an important thing here, is that I will write a book or a blog post or whatever, but I will not be credited as the author. Someone else, the customer in this case, will be credited as the author and the one who owns the intellectual property for that content. So the ghostwriter gets paid, but their name usually doesn't appear on the finished work. You can think of this as a behind-the-scene voice that helps someone tell their story or share their experience. So why do people even hire ghostwriters? Like, why don't they just write the piece of content themselves? Well, ghostwriters are actually probably a lot more common than you think they are. People hire ghostwriters for, writing posts on LinkedIn, on social media, or on websites or whatever. The reason why is usually because they don't have the time to sit down and craft, a grasping post or a professional post or a great speech, because they're so busy doing other things like running the company or whatever it is. So that is one of the reasons why people hire a ghostwriter. Another thing can be that they don't have the experience that it takes to actually write a professional long text. Writing is like everything else, like it's an art and it's something that you need to put a lot of effort and time into doing. And especially when it comes to like ghostwriting books and stuff like that. To write that long piece of content, you need to have the experience and you need to be able to put words together in a professional way. And most people, they're just okay at writing, and this is why they would like to hire a professional to help them get their story out there. This is like another example would be like you would usually hire a professional photographer to take your author photo because they're a lot better at taking photos than you are. And another reason is because a ghostwriter, they know, they have the expertise. They know how long a book should be, what kind of plot points there is supposed to be in a book. Or when it comes to articles, they know how an article is supposed to be structured. They know all the beats by heart, and they can help the customer craft that. And the fourth reason for why someone would hire a ghostwriter is to show that they have the expertise that they want to show. This is more usual when it comes to business. So this would be when a company or usually an entrepreneur hires someone to convert. Maybe it is a set of courses that they have, and they want to put that in a book so that they can sell it when they have speeches and stuff like that. And this is very common as well. So, and a great way for you to help someone, share their knowledge, but in a different format. Because even if they have designed a great course online, translating that into a book for someone who's not used to writing nonfiction books is really hard and will take an huge amount of time. So then maybe it's better for them to hire a professional to do that for them. So yeah, these are some of the reasons why people would hire a ghostwriter. And the reason why you as a ghostwriter can take a lot more paid, as I said before, is because your name is not on the content. So if I were to write an article and actually have my bio or byline like down below it, then I could charge a lot less for that article. But if I sell it as a ghostwriting piece, then I can probably sell it for somewhere between 4 to 10 times more, because someone else will be credited for it. So this is something for you to also understand, that your intellectual property actually has a greater value probably than you thought it did. And the reason why I chose to be a ghostwriter and to help a limited amount of clients with ghostwriting is, well, one of the reasons is because it pays really well. And this is a great way for me to make money that I can reinvest in my company and reinvest in my writing and in my publishing and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. But also it's a great way for me to learn, to hone my craft and become a better writer, because I get paid to write and I get paid to translate someone else's words, someone else's work into a book format. And the thing here is, like, each and every single client, you will learn something new because they're all different. And like the whole process, even if I have a structured process for each and every client, but it will always be something that will be different with each and every single one, especially since, some of them are private people that want their memoir written for them. And sometimes it's a company that wants me to translate courses that they have into a nonfiction book. So it's really different, and I always learn stuff, and that's one of the most fun parts with it. But a downside is, of course, that, I most of the time focus on ghostwriting bigger projects, so usually books or ebooks. And that takes time. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. So that's why I only have a limited amount of clients at a time. I choose them very carefully. It has to be someone that I click with and that I can actually I don't know how to say it, but because when I ghostwrite, like, a part of my process, especially if it's a little bit more to the literary side of ghostwriting, where I have to be creative and stuff like that, there I will go into almost like method writing mode, where I will try to imagine, what if I was this person? How would I do this? What would I think? What would I feel? What would I... And so, method writing, it's like method acting, but for writers, is something that I try to do. And that's a lot of fun. And it's a great way for me to become a better writer and understand different characters more. And another reason is because I want to help people share their life story. It feels great to help someone translate like their life story into a book, something that they can be remembered by. And it's an honor that people want my help to do it. And if you yourself are thinking about becoming a ghostwriter, my recommendation for you is to, first of all, make sure that you write a lot so that you are comfortable with your writing and that you have some confidence, because you will need to have some confidence. This is you selling your creative skills. And before I became a ghostwriter, I studied creative writing at university. I worked as a communication specialist. I wrote articles all day. I wrote multiple books before I started ghostwriting, and I practiced. And after that, I started, became comfortable enough to actually do this professionally. So this is something that I recommend that you do. You need to practice and you need to become better. So maybe start with smaller writing projects if you don't feel comfortable yet. But don't wait until you're perfect, because your writing will never be perfect. And also it's, every client will be different. So it will always be a learning opportunity no matter what. But yes, this is how I got started. And I, started talking about my ghostwriting services on my website. And that has helped, because now it's been up there for a few years, and that has helped like with the SEO and stuff like that, that it has actually like climbed a little bit on Google, which is great. And yeah. So if you want to ghostwrite, then just start practicing writing, and also talk about it to people. Put it on your LinkedIn profile, talk about it on your website. Get some reference clients where you do a smaller work for them for maybe a reduced fee or something like that. Just get the ball rolling and then start actually getting paid for your writing. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, if it was any help to you, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm to push it out to more people. I will talk to you soon. Bye.